this because you said you hadn't seen it.
Are you talking about Tesla's robots?
Dave McCormick got rich
by investing in China.
He ran
Political ads.
Yeah, political ads.
Cannot be escaped.
Poor Dave. He's communist.
Dave McCormick.
He's communist. At least that's what the commercial says. Why is everybody communist or Hitler? You ever noticed that?
That's what it is. It's
the communist or Hitler.
I just wanted to see a cool montage.
Optimus robots. Alongside the
but have you seen these?
Have you seen the video where they destroy these robots?
Were seen walking out as
that
part of the
they're not as advanced as they make them out to be?
I believe that completely, yeah.
Because they only do certain movements, and that's the only part they record.
I mean, obviously they're embellishing for they want to get investors and they want to look really cool and all that. But it was neat to see. Like,
I gotta find the video of the one group out of Boston that robots
Boston Dynamics
that put these guys to shame.
Boston Dynamics puts Tesla to shame?
Their robots, yeah. Their robots put Tesla's robots to shame.
I don't know if I've seen, it's been like 10 years of those Boston Dynamics videos, and the videos are great, but there's like nothing to show for it besides the videos. Like the videos are the product.
Oh, so you're describing Tesla.
Oh yeah, true. Right. No difference. Yeah.
There's no difference.
No, I'm not like on a Tesla thing here, but just those robots are really cool. And obviously like everybody's saying they weren't real controlled by AI. They were remotely controlled by staff, like employees were controlling them from wherever. But still, just seeing that video and realizing like, oh, the future
it's definitely going in that direction.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to stop it.
There's like so many options of things you could do with this robot. You can get it to shoplift for you. I didn't do that. The robot did it.
Yeah, I do that.
If you get pulled over drunk driving, you switch seats. You put the robot in the driver's seat. You say, I wasn't driving. This asshole was driving. Yeah. Murder. Give it a gun.
All you got to do is say one haywire.
Yeah. So they'll be like, we'll put safety protocols in place so it can't.
Didn't they make a movie about that when Will Smith?
They made a lot of them. Yeah.
Isn't it called AI?
iRobot.
iRobot.
Well, AI was another movie, but yeah.
iRobot. Where the one went rogue and started killing people.
Mm-hmm.
But they put all the safety features in to stop it.
Yeah. That seems like pretty good. It's like watching Terminator and being like
noticed that?
using it as a blueprint.
Let's go to movies. Go back through the history of movies. You ever seen movies where
like futuristic movies, like
movies that were made in the 50s, 60s, and then how that technology is actually true? Yeah,
well, like the Star Trek, they're what were they called? They had iPads. You know, like that shit was pretty cool. It like turned out to be they had FaceTime and stuff. Like in Total Recall, a lot of stuff in that movie. Like, well, one, they're on Mars. They've terraformed Mars, or they habitated Mars. Yeah, they had the robot taxi driver. They had a three-tittied woman. They got just like a future. They made a future.
Go back. So what'd you say?
3 titties.
3 titties.
Yeah, and
have they made that one yet?
A 3-titted woman.
3-titty woman.
Where's the future I was
promised? Where's the future? Damn it! They promised me this.
Thanks, Obama.
Way to go, Obama. Yeah. Got that technology from me.
It is fun to watch those older movies and see which ones are like accurate as far as like what they predict for the future and what like Demolition Man being like, you get fined for swearing.
Now would that be funny as hell?
That's like, we're pretty close to that. You know what I mean?
Well, we've dumbed down our society so bad that it's almost embarrassing now.
Yeah, it is.
I don't think.
I mean, look at us. We're retarded.
You can't say the R word now. That's offensive.
Yeah, it's called irony. So,
we're
gonna have to beat
Where's
that
thing. The little machine comes out, finds you.
Yeah, perfect.
You are fined 1 credit for a violation of the verbal morality standard.
Fuck you.
Definitely in the edit though, we do have to beep.
We have to do that.
One.
We'll beep it. We'll beep it all out.
Are you shitting me?
John Spartan, you are fined 1 credit for a violation of the verbal morality statute.
You know those yard signs that say like, in this house we don't. They're like black yard signs with rainbow lettering that say, in this house, we respect pronouns. We respect diversity. They have those. Well, I saw one online that I want to buy that it says, in this house, we say gay and retarded.
Wow.
I'm going to put that on my lawn. My wife said no.
You know. My wife would definitely say no.
Yeah.
I might put one on the lawn that says, fuck your pronouns. How about that?
You don't want to get the they, thems on your lawn protesting. You see what they did at Tucker Carlson?
Stop. That's what I mean. We've dumbed down our society so bad that it's literally embarrassing now.
Mm-hmm. I do like that, and I know I don't want to say this in a way that's like racist or insensitive, but it is nice to see people who have kind of been captured by the Democratic narrative and kind of been captured by the whole like woke leftist thing. Typically those people being like, you know, minorities, people like I like seeing those people wake up and say, you're fucking using me. Like the people with Obama who are like saying you're, you know, it's nice to see people wake up who typically have been used for a political purpose, and now they're like, no, we're not doing that anymore.
Exactly.
It's nice. It's good to see.
It is so great to see. When I saw all the backlash after Obama did that, I was like, wow.
Yeah, they're not buying the bullshit anymore, which
Wow, that
great.
is so great. That
And
is
it's not
so awesome.
And it has nothing, for me anyway, it has nothing to do with like which way they're going to vote.
None.
It
has nothing to do with that.
It has to do with like, okay, finally more people are seeing the bullshit. That's all that I really care about. I don't want to feel like I'm crazy, the only person who sees what's going on. And obviously a lot of people do, but that's part of their game, is to make you feel like you're alone and isolated. They want to like disconnect you from, like, I can't say my opinion at my job because I'll get fired, or I can't say it online because I'll get banned. And it's like, then you're alone. Yeah. And that's where they want you. They want you, you know, just an obedient little civil
isolate
servant.
you and break you down is exactly what it is.
And every time that a group forms up, which is funny, it's funny, like, if you talk, because if you even talk about, like, hey, we should get a group of together and we should have meetings, get the community together, that is like a dog whistle. People hear that and they're like, what are they starting, a militia? Some kind of racist militia? And it's like, no, I want communities to be closer. But they've turned that into something that's like, now that's dangerous. We can't have the community coming together. What are they going to do? Shoot guns together? You know, like, this is dangerous. We got to break this up. Ruby Ridge, Waco, we got to...
Waco. Oh my God.
We got to burn this shit down.
We're going to break out Warren Jeffs out of jail.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the things that the FBI and like the CIA, the ATF, they see as a success. Like, they see Waco as a success. That they're like, oh, we did our job there. I don't know.
No, that was a disaster.
Children died, but okay. It was a dangerous, racist militia, religious fanatics, or whatever they'll say, you know. But it's stuff like that they use that as a precedent of like, well, we can't have these people gathering because it'll turn into something like that. Same with January 6th. They're like, we can't have right-wing protests. They'll try to overthrow the government. And that gets people more isolated and more... Oh, yeah. So if you're out there, I'm starting a group. We'll meet at 12 o'clock under the George Washington Bridge.
Next thing you know, we're going to have walls built up around our houses in Combo.
Yeah.
Have a huge bunker going.
Sounds good. Let's do it. Let's take over.
Let's take over.
Can you say those words? Can I say that? Can I get in trouble if I say, let's take over the United States government? Let's violently overthrow the United States. Joke.
Jesus.
We're joking.
I was joking. Yeah.
Sarcasm.
We're going to get black flagged.
Parody, satire.
Yeah, we're going to get removed.
In Minecraft. If I took over the government in Minecraft or in Roblox, can I do that? Yeah. That's how you protect yourself. Nowadays, they used to say hypothetically or allegedly. Now the kids say in Minecraft. Like a death threat, like I'm going to kill you in Minecraft. Yeah. Then you're clean. Judge, Your Honor, I said in Minecraft.
I didn't literally mean it.
Your Honor, I said I wished he died. Is wishing illegal, Your Honor?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
What else is going on? Did the Menendez brothers get released?
People are fighting for it. And I think obviously it's another thing. It's like, I don't know, because you watch like the dramatic series and you're like, it pulls you in these directions and you think they're guilty or they're innocent or whatever. But like the real story, which was televised, a lot of it. Did you, whenever that was happening, were you following it?
I watched the whole thing.
Because I've
seen the documentaries. I've seen it. I saw it when it was live. I have my opinions on how it went.
Where did you fall on that? Like when it happened, and do you still feel that same way now?
Nothing has changed my mind of what they did, because the whole thing was they tried to spin it off as they were sexually abused.
Yes,
and they used that to justify killing their parents. Well, the whole hole in that story is, if that did happen, and you were abused, and it was the father who was doing it.
Yeah.
Why did you kill the mother?
Right. That is a big thing, because on the one hand, it's like...
Because the mother didn't do it. It was the father.
And they tried to say that they were like going to put her out of her misery or something because she was on pills and alcohol and she was abused by him also, and she was miserable.
And then right after you kill your parents, and then you fabricate the story of, the mafia hitmen doing it.
You got front row seats at the Lakers.
Yeah.
Right after
you went out and spent, what, $500,000 partying as if nothing happened?
That's a red flag right there.
I'm sorry.
Flag on the play.
Yeah. It just, even if it did happen.
Yeah. Even if the abuse happened?
Even if the abuse happened.
You still think they should be in jail?
They'd still be in jail for what they did, at least to their mother.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. And I do think the movement to get them released, it does seem to be mostly people who weren't alive when it happened. And it's one of those pet projects that, like, you'll see, like, oh, we need to release these people from death row. Like, you'll see that all the time. And then you always wonder, like, okay, this person was innocent. Like, they'll say I'm not sure what the game is there. Like, do you think these guys, the Menendez brothers, do you think they're cute? Or, like, is that what you're doing? Like, a lot of the people, I'm not kidding, both
of them have wives, right? For a long period of time.
I know that one of them did. I didn't know they both had wives.
One had a wife for over like 30 years.
Like in jail, like a jail, just like pen pal wife? They're not getting visits, are they?
I have no idea. I just know that one has been married for like 30 years and one has been married twice now. He got married, divorced, and like, who was writing to them saying, I love you, I want to marry you?
I don't know, man. So a guy...
Are they crazy?
A guy like Eric Menendez, who was sexually abused and then went on to sexually abuse his brother and then murdered his parents and is in jail for life, can get 2 wives? And I can't get a girlfriend?
What's that tell you?
I'm just kidding, I'm married.
What's that tell you?
And I can't get a girl?
Yeah.
What's this world coming to? It's because they're rich.
It's just crazy.
It's white privilege.
Privilege.
It's Cuban privilege. We don't talk much about Cuban privilege.
Cuban. Yeah. But that's their whole hole in their story. You know, they can flip it any way they want. And I've always gone back to that.
It seems to me like they are guilty and they deserve to be in jail. Some people are even arguing that, like, they confessed under duress and they didn't actually do it. It was the mob after all, because they tried to blame it on the mob. Mm-hmm. People are even now saying, like, well, yeah, they admitted to it. It's because they were scared of the mob, you know?
Yeah. Okay. Whatever.
Anything to get them. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I don't know what the end goal is for anybody trying to get them out.
They got Eric on recording when he was talking to that chick who wrote the book.
Yeah, when he was in jail.
I can't remember.
I don't know her name either, but yeah, how stupid could you be?
You literally sang it.
You're like, biggest murder trial of the century, and you're like on a government tapped phone in the prison,
and you're just spilling your guts.
Yeah. Right.
I mean, yeah, they're guilty as hell. You know, if they want to quit the fathers because he was a sexually abusive, even I can be like, it wasn't right, but okay, I get it.
Yeah, at least it is understandable.
But you slam him from the mother.
Yeah.
I mean, they blew her face off, and they didn't shoot her just once.
Yeah, he had to reload and come back and shoot her again. Yeah, that's definitely jail. I don't know how anybody could look at that and say,
where's the defense in that?
The series, the popular Ryan Murphy series, the Monsters one, which is good. It's very dramatic. It's very gay.
I watched
it. Very sensual.
I had mixed opinions on that one.
It was a good watch.
It was Hollywood spun.
Of course.
Yeah.
And anything Ryan Murphy touches turns to gay. So they had to turn that up a little bit. But it was
a gay shower stroking, and I'm like, what is going on?
We got to make sure these brothers are cute and shirtless most of the runtime, and then Javier Bardem playing their dad, which he's great in anything he fucking does. He's amazing, no matter what.
As an actor.
But yeah, watching that series, it's hard to get like an accurate perspective on any of that stuff. But they did a pretty good job of laying out the timeline and what happened.
The timeline was good, yes.
But they make it. They change the characters. They make them more either likable or unlikable, depending on like the kind of bend that, you know.
Well, the whole perspective when I was watching it was more like, oh, you felt sorry for them. You know, oh, maybe they aren't the monsters that everybody sees them as.
That was the whole angle. Was like Lyle, he's a little crybaby. He was abused. He's sad and gay, and then you want to like be like, oh, poor guy, and then the more it goes on, you're like, he's. Yeah.
And they try to flip it at the end to try to justify everything that they were saying, but. Whatever. It was good TV. It was good watch TV.
Yeah, definitely was. Did you see the OJ one?
Of course.
I
even saw the chase when it was live.
Well, yeah, the People versus OJ, which that was. I mean, I would have been like 3 years old when that happened, I think. But that series, I think it was made by some of the same people, and they kind of made OJ look. It was the same thing where they like
same thing, yes.
They make the characters either likable or unlikable depending on like the bend of it. I'm one of the crazy people, like, I mean, I'll find a conspiracy in anything, but I think that I think OJ was innocent. And people are going to call me stupid in the comments for this one. If you make this into a clip, I'm going to get a lot of hate for it, but I think OJ is innocent.
I wish I can go along with that theory. Well, it's just all his actions in court and everything that he did just didn't line up.
He's not doing himself any favors, unless he's taking the fall for his son. And his son did it.
I've heard that.
Have you heard that one?
Yes, I've heard that before.
There's a lot that points in that direction.
But
his son hated Nicole. It wasn't his real mom. It was his stepmom. He was also mentally ill. He kept a journal where he talked about how much he wanted to kill somebody with a knife, and then she got killed with a knife. Yeah. And then witnesses saw two figures at the property prowling around, and it was my theory is that the son did it, freaked out, called his dad. OJ says, "Don't worry, son, I'll help you." and then he comes and helps him out, and then tells him like, go, get rid of the evidence, go on a drive, get out of here. And then he's like, I'll lead them on a chase. And then he gets in the Bronco and leads them on a chase to give his son time to get away.
I don't buy that.
Yeah, but it's fun.
I've heard it.
It's a fun theory.
I've heard that theory. I don't buy it. Because his son eventually would have done something else. If he's that unstable and he's that crazy.
Well, where is he? Have we kept tabs on him?
Exactly.
I don't know where he's at. He could be killing people now. He's still on the run.
He'd be making news if he was that crazy.
Yeah, true.
He just never did himself any justice.
Right. Well, with the funny thing, like if you hear, because obviously there's like a different backstory, you hear one side or the other side, but there's like the rumor from somebody on his legal team or whatever was that like he was trying to get really puffy, like water retention, drinking way too much water, and like working out his hands or whatever to try to make his hand puffier so it wouldn't fit.
Yeah. It was okay. If someone asked you to put a glove on,
you don't put it on like the way he did.
You don't go.
No. Yeah.
It doesn't fit.
Look, doesn't fit.
Doesn't fit.
Must have quit.
Guess what? I can put the glove on that fits my hand, and if I do this, it doesn't fit.
Yeah. I mean,
I could never get it on doing this.
But it's great TV.
Yeah,
it was great TV.
It was so bad.
Yeah, I mean, he probably did do it. I know. I have fun entertaining those kind of conspiracy theories, and it's also because like everything is so muddled and like everybody's lying all the time that I'm just like, well, what if it isn't what they say? Like that, my conspiracy video on the hurricane got removed from TikTok for misinformation. It got taken down. I got a warning on the account. We might get shut down. But yeah, it got taken down, and then I was like, oh, that must be a mistake, and I put it back up, and it got taken down again. Which on the one hand, you could say,
flagged.
Yeah, either there's a warning on the account now that says
I had to take a course.
You had to take a course?
I got nailed.
On what? On like misinformation or violence?
On violence. I put the thing up called the merry-go-round of death.
I saw that.
I got flagged like this.
You're like, oh, yeah, what on earth did I get taken down for? And it's like, oh, people dying on camera or...
Yeah, because it was showing minors being hurt.
Oh, right.
And I got flagged for it, and they said I had to take a course. It was like a 7-minute course, and I took it.
Did you learn? What did you learn?
It's just stupid.
You didn't learn anything?
What you can post and what you can't post, and if somebody says something, is it politically correct or
YouTube,
wrong?
He hasn't learned his lesson. Give him another one.
I got flagged.
Yeah, I got flagged on TikTok, and on the one hand, you could either say they flagged it for misinformation. So a normal person would be like, oh, I must have got something wrong that's dangerous information. But I say, of course, they want to keep the truth hidden. Mm-hmm. That's what they're doing. They're shutting me down because I'm speaking too much truth.
He's speaking the truth. Shut him down.
That is a crazy one, though, because the conspiracy involves like weather manipulation, which people roll their eyes at. And I know it's a crazy one. So I don't expect anybody to follow that. But I had fun putting the video together. And I wish I should put it up as a spoof. Be like, this is a joke. This is all a joke. I just wanted to make a nice 5-minute video about the hurricane. And that's the only way I can do it is by suggesting some conspiracy.
I was trying to experiment on YouTube with putting up those type of videos because of the way they censor things.
Yeah.
I put that category when it was called, merry-go-round of death. Basically, it was showing, stupid kids back in the day using a motorcycle to spin the merry-go-round really fast and fly off.
Yeah, that like playground equipment. Is that what it's called?
The thing. It's called the merry-go-round.
Okay, yeah, the thing.
And
I
put music to it. You spin me round and round.
Yeah,
that's how I had it. It was really cool.
I saw it. It got. I don't know. Did it get removed or did you have to take it down?
No. Here's what happened. So I put it under news category.
Okay.
And it never got flagged, and it was getting views. And I restricted the age.
Yeah.
Well, then I noticed that I screwed up in editing. So I took it down and I redid it, but I didn't change it. It went under entertainment, and as soon as it went under entertainment, it got flagged.
That's interesting because if it's news, you can show more because it's newsworthy. Like you can show people getting bombed in war on the news because it's like this is newsworthy, but you can't show it in entertainment because that's
and I didn't change the category, and that's what I said in my complaint, and of course it didn't work. So
they don't pay attention.
You're taking this course,
right? You need to be. They're gonna next. That's step 1 is the course. Step 2 is they send you to a re-education camp in Palo Alto, California.
If we get flagged again, we can't post anything for like X amount of time.
You better not. Well, there's just as much of a chance that I'll get flagged for something.
I was like, really? Come on.
Yeah, you better bleep that word that I said earlier.
Bleep it. We're on thin ice now.
Yeah, we gotta take it easy. I like it though. I mean, on YouTube, we're getting more and more. Once we hit that milestone of like.
We are pushing almost 200 subscribers,
which is really nice.
Which is amazing.
And the viewership, like I'm just hoping we can keep building on it because it's. And I want to keep the interaction.
Our views are through the roof. Yeah, our subscribers are climbing. I mean, I'm happy with everything. It's going to take time, but man, I'm happy.
I'm going to keep doing it no matter what. Yeah. Even if World War III happens, we'll be here. Even if the nukes.
We're in the bunker.
Yeah. I don't know if you know this. There's 6 inches of steel and stone
in the bunker.
Yeah. Soundproof. Even though you can hear the dog barking upstairs.
All concrete.
Mm-hmm. And then that wall is just MREs stacked to the ceiling.
Yeah.
Soundproof.
Soundproof. Yeah. That's right. I'm prepared.
Mm-hmm. I want to get prepared.
Doomsday.
I think about that all the time. I'm like, man, I should have all these preparations. I don't really have anything, you know.
You don't?
I don't. No, not for preparation. No, like I have preparations
for like
You have a generator and stuff. Like I need to get a generator.
Yeah, I got a pantry full of emergency type food, and I'm not a doomsday prepper. I'm just emergency.
Right. You know, well, that's another thing that they made. They made it like not. They made it crazy to prepare for disaster, which is like that's some weird kind of.
I have 2 friends in the military. Well, they're not in the military anymore. They're retired from the military, and they are doomsday preppers.
Yeah.
And I have videos. They've sent me pictures of their stash, and they're like, "When are you going to join us?" And I'm like, "That's a little extreme, buddy."
Yeah.
I mean, they got an entire basement full of, food that's going to last for 15, 20 years, boxed up. They got batteries, they got guns, they got ammo, they got everything.
Yeah. See, I made the mistake of whenever I thought you kept like non-perishables. I was thinking they always say canned food. Mm-hmm. And I didn't realize that you can't just keep chunky soup and SpaghettiOs. It will still go bad in the can.
Over a period of time. Yeah.
I had it in the basement I had a shitload of chunky soup because I'm like, man, I can't eat these, whatever the non-perishable Spam paste is or whatever. So I'm like, chunky soup, that's good. That'll last forever. I kept it down there, and then like a year later, I was like, I forgot it was down there. I'm going to go get one. No, it didn't last.
Nope.
Somebody lied to me.
Got to be foil sealed so the air can't penetrate it.
Yeah. Well, I got to start over with my
plastic. It's not an oxygen barrier.
You ever spill something in a plastic bag and it gets through somehow? Does that ever happen to you?
No.
Okay.
Unless it has a hole in it.
Me neither. Must have had a hole in it.
So there you go, Doomsday Preppers. I gave you a shout out.
Yeah, the preppers. Yeah. We need a prepper on the
Foil
show.
Sealed.
Can we call like a Chinese place that delivers and tell them to come walk right in while we're recording, and then just have him sit down and like ask him stuff?
Why not?
Can we do that one?
Would that be funny?
I think it would be great. Be like, come on in, sit down. We'll slide the table out. Yeah. What are you
going to ask him?
Just everything, man. Is it true? That's all. That's how I'm going to start.
This is our segment. Is it true?
Yeah. Is it true?
Is it true?
And then just see what he says.
True or false?
I think it's actually a great bit.
We actually might have to do that. We'll get a bunch of people in there. We'll just ask them.
Get delivery drivers in here and just be like,
"Is this true?
Mm-hmm.
Is this false?"
Get their expert opinion. I'm trying to think of the angle.
Did Amazon ship you so they know where you are?
I bet
is that true?
Yeah, and then just see how they react.
They'd be like, "No, we're not chipped." He grabs back this knife.
Yeah, be like, "That's a tell."
Oh, you are.
Zoom in on that. Mm-hmm. Say, reveal yourself. I think it's a good idea, though.
Got to watch out for the religious freaks. How the end
it's
of the
mark
happens.
of the beast, man. Yeah. They said that when barcodes came out. They said it again when QR codes came out. And then whenever the chips...
When it gets on your body.
Yeah.
They have to mark it on you.
Okay.
Once you get marked, you have the mark of the devil.
Neuralink.
Yeah. So if you get a barcode on your body that identifies who you are, so you don't have to carry anything, or you get chipped so you don't have to carry money anymore.
That's it.
That's when they control.
They're gonna make it cool. They're gonna have like Beyonce singing about it. They're gonna have her like in her music video. She's gonna be like flashing her chip in her wrist or whatever.
That's Taylor Swift.
That is Taylor Swift. They'll get
Swifties.
her right.
Boy, she backpedals. She's not supporting Kamala Harris.
She's not.
No, she's kind of backtracking now.
I did not see that. I thought she came out pretty strongly for.
Yeah, she kind of eased off. Something happened.
We're gonna have to
investigate that.
Yeah, I'll go investigate. Yeah. I'll ask my 8-year-old what Taylor Swift is.
I like the Kansas City Chiefs.
That's where we get all our news on Taylor Swift. We have an 8-year-old correspondent who keeps track of this kind of stuff.
That's who you have to ask.
Yeah.
What's going on with Taylor Swift? That's the 8-year-olds.
She cut her hair, and then she was at the football game.
She was at the football game? That's all I cared about. I just wanted to see her.
Yeah, that's the whole reason we're watching. Which, by the way, we sprung a Super Bowl party on you.
I know you did.
We just said, we're doing it here.
You're coming into the house and we're watching the Super Bowl.
Yeah, because I need to see the halftime show.
Because you want to see the halftime show.
Because Kendrick's up. And if he doesn't do...
what if he doesn't?
He has
Will you be disappointed?
I would be so disappointed. I feel like they're going to tell him not to.
Is he going to slam Drake?
Yeah, I think so. I hope he does. Because, what better way to do. If he doesn't do it, I'll be so disappointed. But that's the whole reason I want to watch it. I don't care who's playing. I'm like, I'm here for the halftime show. All right. Well, we'll catch you guys.
Catch you on the
Hopefully
flip side.
soon. We're trying to get back in on a regular schedule. It's tough. We have very busy lives.
Yes.
But we appreciate everybody who listens. And if you share it, like it, comment, tell us what you think.
Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification, and
We'll see you next time.
Rolling.
Yeah, thank you
See
guys.
you next time.